There's no way of escaping it, no way of getting out of it. And to process what I experienced and what I saw and what I lived through, this period that was beyond awful, I wrote about it. So I kept these diaries to help me deal with what I was going through. And after 20 years, I took those diaries out again and I started reading them, and I decided to turn it into a novel.
I was sitting in a classroom in the north of Johannesburg last year, and the book was just lying on this teacher's desk, and I just started reading it. And something about it just really attracted me. I think it started speaking to a lot of my historical life personally, without things that I hadn't even thought about or even realized. It is, I mean, it's a controversial novel. It's dealing with controversial issues, but I think for me it really is a human story, and those are the stories that I'm always looking to tell.
Well, that boy's cute. I wonder if he's gay. No. I'll plan a trip, yeah. But who will I take with me? Maybe that boy.
The piece speaks very directly to being silenced, being isolated, and the inability to actually speak your own truth and who you are. And for me, it's an incredibly important work in that aspect, because a lot of people have said to me, why are you doing this? You know, it's so taboo and controversial. I'm like, that's exactly why I should be making work like this. It's become so easy for us to sit up in the studio and go, the Moffies have arrived, you know, and actually just start owning those things instead of hiding behind it and going, oh no, I can't because what are people going to think of me? The whole thing is, as I've realized in my life, the more I actually own who I am, the more authentic I can be, and the less people actually even worry about who I'm sleeping with.
When I was a child, it was never, it was illegal to be gay. It was never illegal to be black. Your parents never threw you out of the house and called you a bad word because you were black. But our parents did this. They called us Moffies and get out of our house, or we will not accept the fact that you are gay.
I'm sure the man I love is also gay.
How can you call your own son that?
To know that it is right there.
That's the most despicable thing you can call anyone, let
know
alone your own son.
That it can never be.
I never want to hear that word in my house again.
It's more than I can bear.
The one thing I am the most nervous of is how Andre Carl van der Merwe is going to. I mean, we've actually become really good, like closest friends over the past 8-9 months. He gave me full carte blanche. He didn't want to interfere. He wanted it to be my interpretation of his novel. I also think because for him it is so deeply personal. Yes, he has fictionalized a lot of the events, but it is so deeply personal, and I mean, on some level, I think he probably was wary and fearful that he was going to try and hold it so true to what it is.
I don't know anything about choreography. I don't know anything really about dance, except I appreciate it and I enjoy it, but I'm not a critic, and I'm not a... I don't think I could really have added something. I probably would have, my opinion would have influenced him possibly negatively, and maybe he would have changed something to appease me, and I don't think I wanted that. I really wanted to see an entirely fresh interpretation of my book. It was fresh and sharp and contemporary, and I loved it.
There are so many experiences that we have that we don't want to talk about, that we don't know how to express in words. So some of us write poetry, some of us create music, but I think the body narrative itself and the experience of the body in any kind of situation is so much more vital and valid for me than expressing it through words. Seeing two bodies bashing against each other is something that so many people can relate to. We all, and I often say to people that I work with, for me the most important thing is touch. Every audience member has been touched. We know what it feels like for somebody to grab us, we know what it feels like to be tickled. whereas we don't always all understand the same words. So that really that universalizes it. If you see two men beating each other up, we all, and in some weird way, we understand what the body experience of that is.
Many prophets preach on bended knee, many clerics wasted wine, do the bloody sheets on those cobbled streets made. I have wasted time, other silver shores on paradise. Can I come in from the cold? I kill a man in a faraway land, my enemy untold. I really want you to really want